Trading is a game and this is how you win. In this video, I'll show what's needed to win the art of trading and a 5-step process you can use today to start getting better at trading. If you are in a hurry, the answer to the question in the title is the same as any game. It's practice. The more time spent practicing and playing the game, the better you'll be over time. The difference between a casual player and a top-tier professional in any game isn't talent. It's the hours and hours of practice put in and the experience they've gained. It is not some magical indicator that sets them apart. In order to win the game of trading, I believe you need 3 things: a profitable trading edge, solid risk structure, and a proper trading mindset. And by following this 5-step process, you'll develop a profitable trading edge over time. Before I begin, I want to emphasize that this is not an easy shortcut. I know most trading YouTube videos are like that, where it says if you follow this indicator then you'll make millions. This video is not that. I am not a guru trying to sell you a course. I'm just a guy who loves trading, and I post everything for free, including my trades, on Discord, which you can join by clicking the link in the pinned comment. I am giving you a process that I used constantly for around 6 months, which resulted in me developing 2 profitable trading edges. It's going to require you putting in a lot of time and effort into this, because the outcome of this process will be a way for you to turn the market into your personal ATM. And if you are passionate about trading, then putting in this work will feel like play to you. So let's get into it. This is the 5-step process. Step 1. Step into replay mode. First, go to TradingView, pick a pair. It can be crypto, stocks, futures, forex, or anything you want, and go to the replay mode. This is what's called backtesting in trading. Think of this as a training ground where you can trade years of market data as if it's happening in real time, without losing real money. This gives you the chance to make mistakes, learn from them, and adjust your strategy, all without the pressure of real money on the line. In my opinion, backtesting is where you'll make the most progress as a beginner. That is why if you are starting out, I'd heavily recommend that you do at least a few months of backtesting first, because I didn't do it and I could have saved a lot of money if I had done it. Step 2. Choose your strategy. It can be anything you want. If you are starting out, experiment with different strategies to find out which one fits best for you. This is what you are supposed to be adjusting when you are backtesting. I started out with moving averages and went through a whole lot before I came to the strategy I'm using today. I like to keep it simple and buy when price comes to a support level and sell when it's at resistance. If you are starting out, try following this. It cuts down on a lot of mental hassle since the parameters are straightforward. Or if you watch my last video and now understand the market fundamentals, you know price only goes up or down. So you can just buy when you think price is going to go up and sell when you think it's coming down, since that's the only way to make money in trading. I also want to touch on a few misleading expectations that people have about what a trading edge is supposed to do. It is not something that can be used to predict the outcome of each trade you take, because nobody can predict where the market is going, and you don't need to know where the market is going in order to make money consistently. Because a trading edge does not give a favorable outcome on a trade-by-trade basis, rather it's over a sample of trade, which means every strategy will have losses. That is why it's very important to stick to one strategy over a sample of trades. You cannot avoid losses. You don't need fancy indicators. Your goal is to start recognizing price patterns and market behavior, which will only start becoming clear after putting a lot of hours into backtesting. It took me 6 months of constant backtesting to finally arrive at the one I'm using right now. You can and you will evolve your strategy as you go. It always changes. Before we get into step 3, please like the video and comment which strategy you prefer to use. Step 3. Define your trade rules. Find the buy and sell criteria according to the strategy you chose, and you can change them as you please. This is the whole point of this step. It's a process of trial and error. If you are using RSI, the buy signal could be when it's below 30 and the sell signal could be when it's above 70. In my case, I buy when price comes to a support level and sell when it's at resistance. These criteria need to be clearly defined and cannot be vague, and you should be able to write it down in 1 or 2 sentences, just like I have done. Now that you have the criteria you are looking for, now it's time to take the trade once it appears. When taking the trade, it's very important to clearly define your risk before taking it, which leads us to step 4. Use a 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio. Managing risk is a must-do in trading. This is where most traders fail. They risk too much on a single trade in hopes of getting rich quick, which eventually leads to a blown account. And I'm speaking from my own experience too, where I blew an account in just 2 trades because I obviously risked too much per trade. So to avoid this, take 5% of your entire trading capital. If you are trading with 10,000, 5% is 500, that's your maximum risk per trade. This makes sure that you are able to take 20 trades before you blow your account completely, which is highly unlikely for you to have 20 losing trades in a row. Use a 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio with a clear take profit and a stop loss. So if your maximum loss is 500, your take profit is 500 too, which means every trade is basically a coin flip. This ensures that your take profit is very likely to hit. Think of this as managing your HP in game. It's better to take small hits rather than 1 or 2 big hits, which keeps you in the game for longer. After you take a trade, there's only 2 possible outcomes. It's a win or a loss. Regardless of what the outcome is, you need to record every trade. This is where a lot of progress is made. Record every trade in detail. The reason is, if you don't, you'll end up making the same mistake over and over and over again. I use a combination of Google Sheets and Notion to record my live trades while also screen recording the backtestings through OBS and rewatching them. Write down why you entered, why you exited, whether it was a win or a loss, and if you followed your trading rules from step 3. And then review them. Follow the same trading strategy you chose in step 2 for a 20 trade sample. Review the sample, find what works and do more of that and less of what doesn't. If you don't like the strategy, change it at step 2 and do the process all over again. Keep repeating this process and eventually you'll get a profitable trading edge. The reason why this works is because our brains are pattern recognition machines. Our brains find patterns in reality sometimes even when it's not there. This is because our minds are constantly working to organize our reality into familiar patterns, like identifying a car by its shapes even at a glance. We constantly seek out these patterns to make sense of our surroundings. In trading, the same thing happens. The more time you spend in the market, the more data your mind has. The more data your mind has, the better your brain will understand patterns in the market. By doing this process over a few months, you'll start recognizing signals and behaviors in the market that weren't obvious at first. That is why practice is important. Every trade you take, whether it's a win or a loss, is teaching your brain to spot patterns faster and more accurately. That is why trading cannot be taught but can only be learned through experience. Once you have a profitable trading edge, start trading live by risking a small amount of money. Then you'll be met with an entirely different set of problems which are completely psychological. There's a phrase saying trading is 10% technical and 90% psychological, and that's the truth. That is why having a profitable trading edge is only a part of the solution. And this is going to be a topic for another video. At the end of the day, success in trading, just like in life, isn't something you are chasing from a distance. It's already yours. The success, the financial freedom, the consistent profitability is already yours. It's all out there waiting for you. You just have to manifest it through your actions every day. Each trade you take, every lesson learned is one step closer to the reality you desire. Shift your focus from the profits and focus on the process I just laid out. The millions you desire is already yours. You just need to put the work in and keep pushing until the universe has no other option other than to give it to you. So turn off YouTube, go to TradingView and start practicing. Now.